AWS Cognito and Auth0. Imagine this. You're building a web app in Node.js, maybe an e-commerce site, a dashboard, or a mobile API. One of the very first questions you'll face is, how do I handle user authentication? You don't want to roll your own password hashing and login logic. You need something secure, scalable, and easy to integrate. Two of the best options out there are AWS Cognito and Auth0. They both provide user authentication as a service, so you don't have to manage it all yourself. AWS Cognito. The AWS way. What it is. Amazon Cognito is AWS's native solution for authentication, user pools, and identity management. It tightly integrates with other AWS services like API Gateway, Lambda, and IAM. You get two core pieces. 1. User pools, handle sign-up, login, password resets, MFA. 2. Identity pools, give users temporary AWS credentials to access services like S3 or DynamoDB. Why use it? You're already using AWS for most of your infrastructure. You want fine-grained IAM control per user. You like tight integration with Lambda/API Gateway. How to use with Node.js. 1. Create a user pool in the AWS console. 2. Install the SDK in your Node.js app. 3. npm install Amazon Cognito Identity.js. 4. Authenticate and get tokens, then use those tokens, JWT, in requests to protected routes. Auth0, the plug-and-play hero. What it is. Auth0 is a developer-focused identity platform. It supports not only username password login but also Google, Facebook, GitHub, SSO, LEDAP, and more, all through a clean UI. Why use it? You want to be up and running fast. You don't want to manage infrastructure. You prefer a polished dashboard for managing users and connections. You want excellent support for social logins and multi-tenant apps. How to use with Node.js. 1. Create an Auth0 account and set up an application. You'll get a domain, client ID, and secret. Install SDKs. 3. npm install Express JWT JWKS RSA. 4. Secure routes with middleware. 5. Login and sign-up can be done via Auth0 hosted pages or embedded in your front end using Auth0 SDKs, like Auth0 Spa.js. Which should you choose? Summary. If you're deep into AWS and want full control, use Cognito. If you want a clean, fast, developer-friendly experience with social login out of the box, go with Auth0. Both are secure, support JWT-based authentication, and integrate well with Node.js apps. AWS Cognito pricing. Free tier, per month. 50,000 monthly active users for user pools, 10 GB data storage and 1 GB data transfer. 50 MAUs for federated identities, social logins, in identity pools. Excellent for small to medium-sized apps, especially if you're already on AWS. Beyond free tier. User pools, authentication. $0.0055 per MAU, monthly active user, beyond free tier. Federated identities, identity pools for AWS resource access. Charges based on number of tokens issued. Around $0.015 per 10,000 tokens. MFA, multi-factor authentication via SMS. 6 cents per SMS in the US, varies by country. Pros. Very generous free tier pay as you go. Ideal for apps that already use AWS services. Cons. Pricing model can get complex. Federated login and SMS MFA can add cost. Auth0 pricing. Free plan, as of 2025. Up to 7,000 active users/month. Social login support, for example, Google, Facebook One application. 1,000 machine-to-machine, M2M, tokens/month. Email/password login, MFA, limited very beginner-friendly. Great for MVPs and prototypes. Paid plans. Developer plan. Starts at $23 per month. Up to 10,000 MAUs. Custom domains. More extensibility. Professional and enterprise. Custom pricing. Scales to millions of users. Includes SLAs, SSO, advanced analytics, and enterprise integrations, like SAML, LDAP, etc. Pros. Simpler pricing. Flat tiers. All features. Social, SSO, roles, custom rules, out of the box. Awesome developer UX. Cons. Free tier is smaller than Cognito, 7,000 versus 50,000 MAUs. Can get expensive as you scale.